Monsieur le Docteur Watson. What is keeping Monsieur Holmes so long?
Oh, reassurez-vous yourselves, sisters. Your holy relic will be with you momentarily.
But we have been waiting almost 1 hour.
Mr. Holmes is a very busy man, sister.
Yes, indeed.
Monsieur Holmes is an très occupé, sister.
But tomorrow is the festival of Saint Beryl. Already thousands of blind cripples are flocking to the chapel, hoping to kiss the relic. In the name of all the flocking blind cripples, I beseech you.
I'll see what I can do then. God's truth. Holmes, are you there?
No, Watson, I'm in Budapest.
Oh, sorry, Holmes. I'll forward your mail. I have some very disappointing news for you, ladies. Apparently, Sherlock Holmes is in Budapest.
This is dreadful coffee, Watson.
And now he's back. Oh, good of you to come, Holmes. You remember these 3 nuns from Monte Carlo? Their holy relic was stolen.
Oh, the case of the engineer's thumb, was it?
No.
The athlete's foot?
No, St. Beryl's elbow.
Oh, elbows, feet, thumbs. What with all these cases? I'll never get any rest. Now then, ladies.
Monsieur Holmes, who do you think may have perpetrated this awful crime?
Well, to put it very simply, in layman's terms, easily understandable to nuns, I believe this to be the work of thieves. The whole pattern is very reminiscent of past robberies where I have found thieves to be involved. The telltale loss of property, the snatching away of substances, it all points to, thieves.
But how can you find such a person?
Well, I'm using a wonderful new system, not even known to Scotland Yard. I call it picture fit.
Oh, yes. That's when you piece together the face of the criminal, isn't it?
Alas, no. I can only piece together the appearance of the face of the criminal. I cannot piece together the actual face. I wish I could, because, of course, once you've captured the criminal face, the other criminal parts are not hard to find. The criminal body being situated directly beneath the criminal face, joined, of course, by the criminal neck.
So, the relic is lost forever?
On the contrary!
You have found it, Monsieur Holmes?
Of course. Stolen by one of your congregation. Cripples, are they not?
Oui, Monsieur Holmes.
Amazing, Holmes.
Well, it's simple, Watson. I spotted which cripple it was immediately. The one loitering around the shrine with the relic protruding from his waistcoat.
Merci, monsieur. Merci.
Who on earth can that be?
I'd say it was a middle-aged doctor, hailing from Dartmoor. Name probably Mortimer.
How did you deduce that, Watson?
Well, that's what he told me when he made an appointment this morning. And if I'm not mistaken, that's him again.
Watson, I'm exhausted from all these cases. Look, I'll see him, but I make no guarantees.
All right, then. All right. Dr. Mortimer!
Precisely.
Yes. Oh, no. Sorry about that. Come on in.
Thank you.
Yes.
Dr. Watson.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Go right through. Holmes, this is Dr. Mortimer. Dr. Mortimer, this is Sherlock Holmes.
Please don't get up, Mr. Holmes.
I'd no intention of doing so. Watson, fetch this gentleman a chair.
Oh, I'd be delighted to do so. Yes, indeed. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Why don't you take a seat, Dr. Mortimer? Sit yourself down here.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Pleasure.
May I tell you, Mr. Holmes, how much I've admired you over the years?
Well, naturally, Dr. Mortimer, but please get on with it.
Let me explain, first of all, that I am the executor of the Baskerville estate, valued at over £1 million, almost all in property, a vast expanse of desolate moor.
I read about Sir Charles's death in the Times. Natural causes, was it not?
Well, that was for the public, but it is in my opinion that Sir Charles was murdered. Murder by supernatural means.
My dear fellow, we are living in the 20th century. Aren't we?
Well, be that as it may, local legend has it that a monstrous brute, a veritable hound of hell, has been the death of every single master of Baskerville Hall.
A hound?
Dr. Mortimer, just what were the circumstances of Sir Charles's death?
Well, Sir Charles Baskerville was my patient for a great number of years, during which time he was completely sane. But as the years went by, he became somewhat of a recluse, rarely leaving his estate and building a huge fence round the whole of the property. He became completely and utterly obsessed with the idea that the legendary Hound of the Baskervilles was going to return to destroy him.
How extraordinary.
I see nothing unusual in any of this.
Oh, my thoughts exactly, Holmes. Oh, yes.
I was called to the house in my official capacity as coroner to investigate the extraordinary circumstances in which Sir Charles' body was found.
Do go on and spare no detail, however small.
Get it over with.
Yes, cut it short.
On his face was frozen a look of such extraordinary terror that it was almost impossible to recognize him. There was no sign of physical violence on the body whatsoever, but close by were footprints. Enormous, unnatural, unworldly footprints.
Let's have it.
Mr. Holmes, they were the footprints of a gigantic hound.
Oh, does it have huge dripping jaws and great oozing eyes and enormous private parts?
Enormous.
Oh, God.
But how do you know?
Well, I used to have a little Pekingese like that. You know, it used to leap up on the bed and bare its fangs, and then, when I was least expecting it...
Calm yourself, Watson. Seems rather straightforward to me.
Absolutely cut and dried, isn't it?
Well, gentlemen, will you be able to meet the heir and myself at the Northumberland Hotel at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Oh, what do you think, Holmes? Should we meet the heir here? The heir here? The heir here? Oh, the heir there?
There, tomorrow at 10.
Here!
There!
There!
May I introduce young Sir Henry Baskerville, heir of Baskerville Hall and 2,000 acres of swamp.
I can't thank you enough, Mr. Holmes, for coming here this morning. I mean, what with you being such a wonderful sleuth.
You must help us, Mr. Holmes. A sinister incident occurred last night. Tell him, Sir Henry.
Yes, well, I went to bed early because, you see, I...
No, not me, him.
Oh, yes. Okie dokie. I went to bed early last night because I felt a bit under the weather. A touch of dicky tummy, you know, runs in the family. Yes, well, anyway, I put my boots out to be shined, and when I got up in the morning, I opened the door, and would you believe it? One of them was missing.
Do you think I'm going to waste my time combing the streets of London for some old boot This is a job for an imbecile.
Quite right, Holmes. Let me deal with this. Sir Henry, the boot you alleged was stolen. What colour was it?
Brown, yes, brown.
Oh, brown, was it?
Yes,
Brown. Exactly the same colour as this boot, the one we have in front of us.
Of course, I always try to get two the same colour.
It's too much of a coincidence, Holmes. I don't like the smell of this.
The smell, exactly. What better way to entice a hound than to give it some personal object from which it can derive the scent of the intended victim? Yes, Sir Henry is in great danger.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, I'm not available to take this case. Dr. Watson will handle the matter.
Oh, no! Oh, no, Holmes, I've never done anything on my own before.
I think you have, Watson.
Are you sure you won't change your mind, Mr. Holmes?
I'm sorry, Dr. Mortimer. I'm very tired. I've had a lot of cases. Being the world's greatest detective is no bed of roses. I'll leave you in good hands. Good day, gentlemen. I'll find my own way out.
Yes, he probably will. Yes.
This is a bitter disappointment to me.
Ha. I don't know. Let's get down to business. There are one or two things that have been bothering me about this case. Firstly, this stick which you have here. Dr. Mortimer, I see by this hair that you are a dog fancier. Spaniel? Retriever? Labrador? Hound? Perhaps?
No, it's a special sort of dog bred by a friend of mine on the moors. It's Mexican. They call it a Chihuahua. The hairs get everywhere.
The Chihuahua is a hairless beast, Dr. Mortimer.
Not on the moors, Dr. Watson.
Naturally, Dr. Chihuahua, Mortimer. Where and at what time does the train leave for Baskerville?
Tomorrow, 12 o'clock, Victoria.
Oh, no, you can call me John. We will recognize each other by wearing pink carnations in our lapels.
Oh, I like pink.
Yes, yes, I do, too. Are you Dr. Mortimer?
Dr. Watson, of course I'm Dr. Mortimer. You know perfectly well I'm Dr. Mortimer.
Well, then, where's your carnation?
Sir Henry wouldn't give me one. He said it would spoil his bouquet.
You, Watty, I'm in here.
Oh, good.
God, I saved your seat by the window.
Good thinking, Sir Henry.
I don't know.
Apart from yourself, Dr. Mortimer, who are our neighbors at Baskerville Hall?
Well, there's this chap Stapleton. He's the chap with the Chihuahuas. And his sister. A strange couple. Then there's Franklin, the man who's obsessed with catching the hound. And his mistress. A strange couple. Then there's Mr. and Mrs. Barrymore, who've been at the hall for generations. A strange couple. Then there's Marcia, the scullery maid, and Perkins, the groom.
A strange couple.
What on earth made you think that? They're a charming pair.
Oh, just a hunch.
I'm really exhausted with all this traveling.
Oh, didn't you enjoy your sea voyage over from Canada?
Oh, no, it was terrible. I happened to be out for a stroll on the deck when a storm came up. Gale winds forced me to hang on to the rail for dear life until I could hold on no longer.
That's so.
Suddenly, this great wave came crashing over the boat and washed me overboard.
Gosh.
It was all I could do to keep my head above water. It was horrible, horrible.
Did you manage to drag yourself up on deck?
Oh, no, I just dressed casual.
You seem to be taking a devil of a time to get to the hall.
Yes, I thought I'd take the pretty way, sir.
It's the Hound.
Not there, fellow.
Through there. Stop down, sir. Steady, whoa.
Ow! Ow! And me only married a month. Oh, good job I was wearing the appliance. Dr. Mortinger.
Yes? We're still searching for Selden, the vicious axe murderer.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I remember. He's the man who escaped just before Sir Charles was found dead.
That awful man that went around hacking people to pieces and sending the bits to his MP.
That's the one, sir. And you'd better watch out, because they've seen quite a bit of him around Baskerville Hall recently. And you'd better tell your friends there they'd better be careful.
Drive on, Perkins.
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 Goodbye, dear. The catch that fiend.
Strange couple.
What are you stopping for?
Oh. The Barrymores have been practically bedridden since Sir Charles died.
Great sake, woman.
Very difficult to arouse elderly people.
Yes, I've tried everything.
Thank God you've arrived. I thought you'd never get here.
Mr. Barrymore, I want to introduce the new heir, Sir Henry Baskerville, and his friend, Dr. Watson. They're here until Saturday for the reading of the will.
Dr. Mortimer, who the devil do you think you are? Getting me knocked up this time of day. Happy and me was fast asleep.
I want you to show Sir Henry and his little detective friend the usual Baskerville hospitality.
Mr. Barrymore will relieve you of your clover.
Yes.
Mrs. Barrymore, I would like to get started right away. Perhaps you would be so kind as to show me to my clues.
Your what?
My clues.
Oh, clues. Well, let me see. What can I show you? This, of course, is Baskerville Hall. Is that a clue for you? Baskerville Hall.
Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. But forgive me. This is just the hall of Baskerville Hall, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Everything points to that.
Yes, that's right.
Mrs. Barrymore, will you get us something to eat? We're absolutely famished. My stomach's chattering away.
I don't know, really. Some people.
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Barrymore. What have you got there, Arthur?
Cheese, Ada.
Oh, cheese. My word. We are being indulged tonight, aren't we?
Yes.
That's a bit better than coq au vin and cold tea. Or this'll have your circulation whizzing in no time.
Shall we adjourn to the dining room, Sir Henry?
Oh, yes, I want to see the dining room and the ballroom, everything. To think all this is going to be mine.
Oh, you don't want to see the dining room, darling. I'm not having you trekking all that food over the house. I'm telling you that for nothing. I'm not wasting my time cleaning up after the two of you this time of night. Come on, eat up. There's good boys. There you are.
Good.
I could have put you in the master bedroom, of course, but you'd have been overawed, wouldn't you? You would. I know your type. You like to live casual, you detectives.
I'm not a detective.
No, of course you're not, darling. Whoever said you was. Now, come on, you boys. I want to explain the rules of the house to you. Are you listening?
Yes, oh yes.
My husband and I, we like to get to bed about 5 o'clock of an afternoon. Well, we're not getting any younger, you know. At least Arthur's getting on a bit. Or rather, he's not getting on as much as I'd like him to, if you catch my drift. Anyway, we like to get up at about 2 o'clock of an afternoon, but then, of course, we have our own affairs to attend to.
Yes,
But
oh yes.
from 4 o'clock to 4:15, all yours. Anything your heart desires, you have only to ask. And, of course, you know how to get hold of us if you want anything, don't you?
No.
No. Good. That's wonderful. Sleep tight.
I love your Jim Jams, Watty. Very smart.
Thanks very much, Sir Henry. I think actually we ought to get some sleep because we've got a very hard day tomorrow.
Well, if you want anything in the night, just whistle. I've got ears like a hawk. Yes, I'm a very light sleeper.
Yes, me too.
Good God.
Excuse me, is this the Piccadilly Health and Relaxation Spa de Paris?
That's right.
I wonder if it would be possible for me to have a massage.
By all means. Here's a list of our services.
Thank you. Yes, what do I get for the gentleman's half-hour lunchtime refresher?
Well, for 5 shillings, you get a basic rub-down with flour and water. But most of our clients find the Caesar's Special rather more stimulating.
It's slightly more expensive. That's 10 shillings.
Sunken bath, toga-clad masseurs, and, of course, a complimentary grape.
It's an odd way to spell grape, with an O. Do I get a choice of ladies?
Oh, naturally. A vast selection of delectable damsels awaits you behind the beaded curtains. 1 guinea, please.
Good evening, ladies. I have a ticket for the Bacchanal Boudoir.
Wake up, Watty! Wake up!
I was just looking out of the window. I think someone's signaling.
Mr. Barrymore! I see you are flashing.
The winds may squall across the all. We flash our light throughout the night.
I saw someone else signaling across the moors.
It's Morse code.
I've heard of that.
I think you gentlemen had better go to your room. It's way past your bedtime.
No, Mr. Barrymore. I've got some investigations to do outside to see who is...
Good night, gentlemen.
Well, now, that's, you put it that way, that's different, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
All that flashing. Like I say, flashing make a hair curl.
Yes.
Watson, John Watson.
What do you do, dear?
I'm a doctor.
Oh, my boyfriend always wanted to be a doctor. He's working down the docks. Here, have you got any contacts? You know somebody who might give him a few breaks?
Not really, no.
Oh, don't want to do no operations or nothing like that. He's quite willing to start diagnosing. You know, for a start, who's ever so clever? Only the other day said I had a cold. Come on, turn over. Oh, says... Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
You call this a Bacchanal Boudoir? More my idea of a medieval torture chamber. Who do you practice on, elephants?
Hold it. I know that face. Here, Patsy, now. Who do you think's been having a go with old Siv? Bloody Sherlock Holmes!
Oh,
You're right, Sid, it's him!
You have got on a bit of weight, haven't you?
Yes, look at it. Here, you don't look much like your drawings, do you? Oh,
Well, you three ladies are not exactly what I've expected.
service is not included.
So I noticed.
What are you doing here, Sir Henry?
I was so scared. Can't you hear all those awful noises coming from downstairs? It's been going on like that for the last 3 hours.
Why didn't you wake me sooner then?
Blowing bow until it blows right over. Let's go to the blowing bow until it runs right over. For tonight we'll ready, ready, be. For tonight we'll ready, ready, be. For tonight we'll ready, ready, be. Tomorrow we'll be sober.
I told you to stop that. I'm warning you.
No, I'm having a bit of fun, Ada.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on here in my dining room?
We're having a little family get-together, that's what. Mr. Barrymore's sister Ethel popped over. Say hello, Ethel. No, dear, no. Let's get them excited. It's always the same, it's the meat. Here. It's a grape. Anyway, I don't seem to remember inviting you, Dr. Watson. Nor you, Sir H.
Excuse us.
Pardon us for living, Mrs. Barrymore.
I don't need a house of bricks to fall on me.
How mean.
Oh, that fool.
Yes,
I know.
Did you notice that woman with a loud voice and the enormous weapon?
Yes, of course, yes.
Do you think she's Selden, the axe murderer?
Oh, no. Sir Henry, surely you saw the amazing resemblance between her and Mr. Barrymore. Same eyes, same nose, same moustache. That's his sister, all right.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, oh, yes.
How silly of you.
No, well, you see, I'm a detective. I'm trained in that area, you see.
I hope it's a nice day tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing my Moor.
Oh, it'd be lovely, won't it? Yes, seeing you more than that.
Mrs. Tinder. Mrs. Gray. I don't think the spirits will be too pleased with that, Mrs. Gray. Thank you.
Hands on table, fingers touching. Are you there? Are you there, Mr. Taramarthalata?
Speak, whoever you are. Have you no word of comfort from Mr. Oviatt, my beloved husband?
He's enjoying his tennis and says to keep using the mouthwash. Be guided by the spirits, Mrs. Oviatt.
I will. Oh, yes, I will.
Are there any other astrals in the room?
Raise up her table.
Make your presence felt.
Oh, they're really here. They're really here. Oh.
Raise up, O table.
Raise up, O table. Come down, O spirits. Even unto this dark and joyless basement. Raise up, O
Stop that noise!
Raise up, O table.
This table doesn't hear too well.
Excuse me while I deal with this malignant spirit. Please don't leave this room except by the door.
Shell! You, my son, a common thief?
Mother, I was just passing by. I thought I'd drop in my laundry and get a bite to eat. I thought you'd be asleep.
Asleep? You know very well I haven't slept for 18 years, ever since your beloved father died.
Don't bring up father, Mother.
Oh, why not? Why not? You drove him to his death. Oh, my God, all that snooping into other people's business. Detecting. Pesticide. My own son, guilty of pesticide.
It's patricide, Mother.
Oh, so you admit it then, do you? Never change. No, you treated him as badly as you treat poor Watty.
Watson is perfectly all right, Mother.
Perfectly all right, Mother, indeed. Oh, I'm sure, yes. No, don't tell me.
You and Watty have had a quarrel, and he's walked out on you. And frankly, I don't blame him. And now I've got nobody to cook for you, nobody to do your laundry, so you come snooping round here to steal a lonely old woman's pork pie. My God. And Mrs. Watt tells me that you went to that disgusting brothel down the road, a woman twice my age, fingering and fumbling my boy. I think it's disgusting! Disgusting! And where's Watty? What's happened to him?
Mother,
No, don't tell me. Oh, my God, I see it clearly. A volcano, palm trees, a desert island.
Mother, I wish you'd give up this psychic hoax. It could land us both in trouble.
I don't have to answer that, Shirl. Or maybe I'm under arrest for your crimes.
Mother, could I please have something to eat?
You can have anything you like from me, my diamond. Iris and I are here to help you. You remember Iris? She's my link with the spirit world. Oh, yes. Iris.
Mother.
I like to strike a happy medium. I know my business, thank you, Shirl. By the way, don't mention death in front of Iris. Would you like to make my little boy a cup of tea, Iris? Oh, yes. Yes, stupid cow. Now then, Shirl.
Mother, please don't call me Shirl.
I've always called you Shirl, and I always will. Oh, you should have seen him when he was a little girl, Iris.
I never was a little girl, Mother.
Oh, lovely little golden curls, impish sense of fun. Oh, I used to put you in the loveliest dresses. You were the prettiest girl on the block. Where's it all gone now, Where's it all gone? Oh, anyway, let me bring you up to date on all the wonderful things that have been happening here. I wrote to you about my stroke, didn't I?
Yes, Mother.
Yes. Let's get you out these clothes. They're very smelly. Come on, change of clothes.
Something to eat, Mother.
Yes. I think it was a combination of things, you know. My brother came round, my brother Bernard. He was drunk as a lord. He was so rude to me. I said, Bernard, I said, don't be so rude. I said, don't be so damn rude to me. I was so upset. Well, I went up the shops to get some fish for Sparky. I always walk there and back, you know. And on the way back, I met Mrs. Pratt. She said to me, Mrs. Holmes, she said, I hear you've been talking about my choice again. I said, what do you mean? What do you mean, your choice? She said, about her having a baby and not being married. I said, Mrs. Pratt, I said, excuse me, I said, I don't talk about your choice. I said, I've got better things to do with my time. I was so upset. I came home, I went straight to bed. And then Daddy came to me at the bottom of the bed. He said to me, come, Ada. Come. He said, you're tired. Come with me. Enough's enough. I said, no, my darling. I said, no. I've got to wait here on this earth until my son, my little baby, is happily married. Anyway, I woke up in the morning, didn't I? I woke up in the morning and I thought I had neuralgia because, you know, the window was open. There's very chilly wind coming through. And the doctor came to me and said I'd had a stroke because my face was all upside. It's like that. Of course, but it's all gone down now. Iris found me. I was 4 hours face down in the toilet. Anyway, enough of that. What about Watty, eh? I expect you've made him one of your regulars, haven't you?
Mother, please don't interfere in my business.
Hey, don't you tell me. Don't you tell me when to interfere and when not to interfere. I'm your mother. I'll interfere when I bloody well want. And Watty, you know he can't handle an assignment on his own.
Mother, if he's in any danger, I'll hire another irregular or runner, or else I'll go down to the moors myself.
Yes, I hope so, because if not, I'm going down there myself.
Mother,
I'm going down there myself.
All will be well.
I'm sure you'll never regret this. You'll never regret it.
He's a nice boy.
Don't interrupt, Iris. Again?
Oh, what a terrible morning. All this awful fog. Watty, where are you? Watty, wakey, Watty.
Morning, Sir Henry. Oh, looks like a really damn humid day today, doesn't it?
Yes, I know. My hair will be a mess.
So you stay here and I'll go to the telegraph office and cable Holmes about Barrymore's sister.
I'd love to go with you. I really would.
Sir Henry, I told you we can't risk that. You stay here and get on with your knitting.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Mr. Barrymore.
Lovely day, isn't it?
I've never seen fog this bad in all my life. It must be absolutely awful outside. I won't be able to investigate anything.
Oh, it's as clear as the bell outside.
What do you mean?
Well, you know what they say. Fog on the moors, clear skies indoors. Fog in the house, sun's out for field mouse.
I've never heard that before.
Nor have I.
See for yourself.
Oh, it is a lovely morning. You'll be able to look for your clothes after all.
Oh, yes, beautiful as that. Barrymore, perhaps you'll be able to show me the exact place where Sir Charles died.
Yes, I remember the night clearly. My wife would not allow Sir Charles to use his indoor bathroom, and so he staggered out to this one here.
I see.
This is Mrs. Starbogling, our sitting tenant. Been squatting there for years.
Oh, you mean that my poor dear sweet uncle, Sir Charles, lost his life trying to reach this dreadful toilet.
Yes, this is the very spot.
Oh, how awful. Oh.
Hello. What have we got here then, eh? God. If I'm not mistaken, these are the prints of a gigantic hound. What do you say, Barrymore?
I never poke my nose into other people's business.
Be that as it may, I have to talk to the neighbors. Where do the Stapletons live?
They're over in Merripit Hall on the moors. It's very dangerous out there. You might get sucked up by Grimpenmire. Very unpleasant.
Nevertheless, I have a job of work to do, Mr. Barrymore.
Yes.
Sir Henry, I want you to stay in your room and not venture out here on the moor. You see how close the hound came to get at Sir Charles.
I won't leave my room.
What can I do for you? Do you work here? Yes, sir. Well, would you mind keeping your voice down? I have a rather confidential message I wish to telegraph to London.
Thank you. Del Fair Ho Foam, Stolf up. Stelfarded Investigations, Stolf up.
Right.
That seems simple enough, sir. Dear Holmes, stop. Started investigation, stop. Stop the investigations for today. Stop working non-stop, stop.
Good God, man, you've broken the code.
Yeah, we don't use this one anymore. It's a bit out of date, you see.
Oh,
Now, if you want a really undecipherable code, you want to have a word with my Glynis.
Oh.
Glynis! Gentleman here needs a code. Oh, confidential, top secret. She'll be right here, sir.
Bad night, madam.
Pardon?
She's illustrating the code, sir. She's always talked like that.
I don't understand.
It's the code of opposites, sir. Everything she say is the reverse of what she means. Good morning, sir, is...
Bad night, madam.
That's it. You give this a whirl, Glynis.
Not on your life.
That's a good girl. Dear Holmes, stop.
Hurried Holmes, start. Stopped investigations, start. Restopping investigations yesterday, start. Not working, not non-stop start.
I got a much better one. No one's ever cracked it.
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Granger, she got a beauty. You show this gentleman your sausage and mash, Daphne.
I rather like the last one, actually.
No, you wait till you hear this. Every word that begins with an S or an M, she substitutes sausage or mash. Go on, Daphne, give it to her.
Dear Holmes, sausage. Sausage investigation, sausage. Sausage investigation.
Oh, wait a moment. There's something I got to add at the end. How would this go? Barrymore has a very peculiar sister.
Barrymore?
Alpha, Salpha, Belfry, Pelficulia, Sophistра.
Barrymore has a very normal brother.
Barrymore has a very peculiar sausage.
I'm getting a bit confused. Don't you worry, sir. I'll combine all three codes and send it in Latin.
Hello, Dr. Watson.
Oh. Dr. Mortimer?
How go the investigations?
Oh, slowly, but surely. Thank you, yes. By the way, I wonder if you could help me with something?
Certainly. What?
I don't suppose it means anything, but as I was crossing the moors, a chap threw an entire side of beef at me. Is that a local custom?
Oh, no, that was Frankland. He's out on the moors every single day throwing out meat as bait for the hound.
Oh.
He's obsessed by the brute.
Oh, do you think I ought to have a word with him, then?
Yes, I would.
Yes.
I have my own suspicions ever since he expressed an enormous grudge against Sir Charles.
Oh, really? Yeah, what was that about?
Never found out.
Oh.
But perhaps you can unearth something, eh?
Oh, yes.
He lives out by Grimpen Mire.
Since I got here. Marvelous. What a beautiful piece of rum. Must come from an animal the size of a cathedral. Perhaps Henry and I can have a secret feast tonight. Oh, best end of lamb, it's endless. What a piece of luck to fall on this. Gotcha! Oh!
Who the hell are you? How dare you touch my meat?
Aren't you Mr. Franklin, the expert on the Hound of the Baskervilles?
Oh, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Aren't you that midget detective that's come down from London?
Yes, the very same.
Well, you better step inside.
You have so many trophies, Mr. Franklin.
I enjoy the excitement of the hunt. Have you?
You killed an elephant.
I don't remember.
Oh, there's nothing like the thrill of a kill.
Well, I've heard of your reputation with the Hound, of course.
Yeah! I've been after him for years. I've been living in this swamp with all the fog and the filth like a dog.
That came in the end. It takes an animal to find an animal, don't it?
Oh, yes, it did. Have you seen him?
No!
But some of my best friends have. Oh! I can hear the screams in my ears. Even now.
What happened?
Huh? 78 of my nearest friends devoured in one night.
Are you sure it was a hound?
Ha! Ha! What a monster who devours his victims and go woof, woof.
Oh, yes, of course, quite sure, yes. Yes. Did you know the late Sir Charles?
That gutless bastard! Ah!
Oh. You didn't like Sir Charles, then?
Like him? I hated him. He tried to seduce my little Mary. My poor, helpless little Mary.
I caught another one, my dear.
Sing down there, Laura. Right here. Mary, this is Dr. Watson.
My pleasure.
Nice to meet you. Your husband was...
Lover.
Oh, God. Your lover was telling me how his friends were massacred by the Hound.
Well, it's quite true, isn't it? I thought I dreamt it all, or that I was insane or drunk.
Oh,
But we drunk.
You seem to be a very rational man.
Yes, I am rational. I'll sniff him out all over the ground, and I'll find him in his lair, and with a bit of meat, I'll strangle him like a...
I think I ought to be off now, you see. Yes, I hope you catch it.
Come in. Ah, good day. Very good of you to come along.
Not at all.
You saw the advertisement.
Yes, I certainly did.
Mr. Spigot, is it not?
Yes, Spigot's the name. Detection's the game.
I see. Spigot is the name and detection is the game.
You're it.
Mr. Spigot, we're not here to play tag.
Oh, I thought you might have enjoyed the game.
Not in the least. If you just settle down for one moment, please.
All right, all right. Don't be like that.
Mr. Spigot, you are applying, are you not, for the job on the moors as a runner?
Right.
Mr. Spigot, I couldn't help noticing, almost immediately...
What?
...that you are a one-legged man.
Oh, you noticed that?
When you've been in the business as long as I have, Mr. Spigot, you get to notice these little things almost instinctively.
Yeah, well, you're bound to, ain't you, really?
Now, Mr. Spigot, you, a one-legged man, are applying for the job of a runner.
Yeah, right.
A job traditionally associated with a two-legged man.
Yes, right, yeah.
And yet you, a unidexter, are applying for the job.
Yes, right, yeah.
A job for which two legs would seem to be the minimum requirement. Well, Mr. Spigot, need I point out to you with overmuch emphasis where your deficiency lies as regards landing the job?
Yes, I think you ought to.
Yes, perhaps I ought. Need I say with too much stress that it is in the leg division that you are deficient?
The leg division?
The leg division, Mr. Spigot. You are deficient in the leg division to the tune of 1. Your right leg, I like.
Oh.
It's a lovely leg for the job. As soon as I saw it come in, I said, hello. What a lovely leg for the job. I've got nothing against your right leg. The trouble is, neither have you. You fall down on the left.
You mean it's inadequate?
It's inadequate, Mr. Spigot.
Sorry.
And in my view, the sight of a one-legged runner hopping across the moors might draw unwanted attention. But don't despair, Mr. Spigot. I mean, after all, you score over a man with no legs at all by 100%.
Oh, yeah, well, I've got twice as many.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's still hope.
Of course there is still hope, Mr. Spigot. I mean, if I get no two-legged runners in here within, say, the next 18 months, there is every chance that you, a unidexter, will be the very type of person I should be attempting to contact vis-a-vis the job.
Oh, no.
I'm just sorry I can't be more definite at this stage, but you must understand that the detection industry is a very precise one, and I can't afford to take any risks whatsoever. You, Mr. Spigot. Oh, one thing, Mr. Spigot.
Good luck. Oh, God, what a scare. I thought you were the Hound. Shut up. Be quiet. He's back.
Earth you think you're doing to my dog? You pay for this, you and your kind.
I was just walking across the moors from Baskerville Hall. And...
Baskerville Hall? Oh, you must be Sir Henry. We've all been waiting to meet you. You can't imagine how pleased we are that you've finally arrived.
Oh, and you are, your name?
Yes.
Your name?
Oh, Stapleton.
Oh, Mr. Stapleton.
Yes.
Mr. Stapleton, I was just on my way to see you about this mysterious hound that is supposed to have caused Sir Charles's death.
Supposed to. We who live on the moors know it could only have been the dreadful hound that lives to wreak vengeance on the cursed Baskerville family.
Oh.
You shouldn't be out here, Sir Henry. You're not safe. The hound wants you, just like the rest.
Well, so far I seem to have been in more danger from your dog.
My doggies wouldn't harm. You're just the same as your uncle, Sir Charles.
How do you mean?
Oh, come, Sir Henry. You must know how your uncle despised my chihuahuas. He accused them of fouling up the moors. He put up fences to stop me taking them onto his property. My little darlings, my angels. He was much right to the moors as any Baskerville.
Well, quite so, yes.
Yes, and you won't stop us either.
No, of course not. No.
Don't you see how sweet my baby is? Look at him. I mean, he just wants to make friends. He just wants to sit in your pocket and be your friend.
Oh, no, look at that.
See how he loves you now?
Yeah.
My little darling, you got him excited, you monster!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset him.
Give me my baby.
Yeah, all right.
You don't understand him. He just wants to be friendly.
Yeah, well, thanks very much. Yeah. Look. No, thanks very much.
You'll have to meet my sister and have a cup of tea.
Yeah, well, I'd be very interested in making her acquaintance.
She can't wait to meet you. We live just over there.
Yeah. You couldn't put your dog down, could you?
Good heavens. Run the risk of him falling into the swamps. Doesn't take long for a little log like this to go under.
Oh, quite. I'm sorry, yes.
Oh, don't apologize. It's so feeble.
Yes, I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to say sorry. God. Oh. I hope I'm not imposing on you, but I must say I would appreciate a cup of tea. I'm absolutely touched.
Welcome to Merripit Hall, Sir Henry. It's my sister. She's a little under the weather.
Oh, nothing serious, I trust?
Oh, just a little something she picked up on the moor.
Yeah, hope she gets better soon.
Well, you know how women tend to exaggerate.
Yeah.
Beryl, poor dear, claims that on the night Sir Charles died, she encountered the Hound of Baskerville.
Oh.
Since when she's been confined to her bed. Does Daddy's little darling want a little drink he had? Do come in.
Forgive the personal question, Miss Stapleton, but, why are you confined to bed?
Doctor's orders, I'm afraid. I've been a little run down recently. There we are. I hope it's not too strong.
No, it's very nice, isn't it? Your brother informs me that you actually have seen this legendary hound. Is this true?
True. Are you another to doubt my word? Another to call me mad? I tell you, I saw this hound as clearly as I see you now.
I'm over here, Miss Stapleton.
More tea?
Well, actually, I've got enough... No. Thank you, Miss Stapleton. Thank you. That's enough tea.
I was out on the moor the very night your uncle died. I felt this strange urge, this need to wander over the Baskerville estate and think out the meaning of my life, such as it was, such as it could be.
Yes, I know the feeling very well, Miss Stapleton, yes.
Oh, I was overwhelmed by the beauty of the night. The moon was full, there was a gentle breeze. When suddenly, my peace was shattered by an unearthly wail.
A wail on the moors?
Yes, a howl so terrifying that I thought the very devil himself was loose. For out of the swirling mist leapt a huge, hideous creature. A hound with fangs dripping and glowing. One eye red, one eye green. Flames leaping from its nostrils.
Did you notice anything unusual about it?
No, it was on me in a flash. I swooned as it kept doing things to me, on and on through the night, never to be satisfied. I thought it'd never stop. It was insatiable.
How horrible. Spare yourself any further pain, Miss Stapleton. Really, I quite understand.
Oh, I knew you would. I felt it the moment I saw you. You're someone I can trust. Someone who will protect me. You must stay and look after me forever.
Yeah, well, I'd love to do that, but I ought to be going.
I need you.
Yeah, now he's back a bit, Miss Stapleton. Control yourself.
Dr. Watson, what on earth are you doing with my patient?
You mean you're not Sir Henry?
Not in so many words, no.
How dare you take advantage of me like this?
Dr. Watson, I think you had better leave.
I'll let myself out.
Allow me.
I never knock at the wrong street door when I come home at night. My number's 23, that doesn't worry me. I always know my house all right. Hello, Watty. My goodness, you look all tuckered out. You must have had a good day.
Yes, not bad, thank you. How about yourself?
Oh, I did exactly as you told me. I stayed here all the time. I've been as good as gold.
Ah, that's very wise, Sir Henry. We can't be too careful. By the way, Barrymore told me his wife had put some food up here for us.
I'm afraid the only thing she left here all day was a little cold lamb.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm famished. Where is it?
Over there.
Good God.
Good morning, Dr. Watson. Would you like one of our auction announcements?
Auction? What auction?
It's the contents and furniture of Baskerville Hall, formerly the possessions of the late Sir Charles.
That's very odd. The will hasn't even been read yet. Good God. I must get on to Sherlock Holmes immediately about this. Isn't there a telephone in this godforsaken town?
Sure there is, sir, down at the post office.
Holmes, it's Watson here. Listen, it's very urgent you come down immediately on the next train to Baskerville, 12 noon train. You'll be in disguise? Well, how am I going to recognize you then? Well, can't you wear a pink carnation?
All right then, ladies and gentlemen, gather round if you please. This auction is about to commence.
Lottie, where have you been? The Barrymores are selling everything. You must do something.
Don't worry, Sir Henry. I'll attend to this. Dr. Mortimer. Dr. Mortimer.
Ah, Dr. Watson. Nice to see you again.
Yes, but I'm very puzzled. I mean, why this sale? Surely the contents of Baskerville Hall are a legitimate part of Sir Henry's inheritance.
I'm afraid not. You see, Sir Charles wanted the Barrymores to have the contents of the hall in lieu of the wages that he owed them.
Oh, very strange.
Yeah.
I think it's very unfair. Only an animal can live in a house without furniture. I mean, there'd be no place to sit down or sleep.
But Mrs. Barrymore says you're frightfully comfy up there in the loft.
Oh, yes. One more day in that cesspool, I'll be dead of pneumonia. Even the mice have webbed feet.
Yes.
Which one is Sir Henry?
That one.
Who?
The tall, funny-looking one. He's a stranger. That must be him.
Where? I can't see him.
I mean, he's the one picking his nose.
Which one?
The one picking his nose and wiping it on his beard.
Ah, the tall one.
Yeah.
That must be him.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the next Baskerville victim. The late Sir Lou, a portrait of the very highest grade.
Oh, get on with it, Arthur. I want my tea. I'm ravishing.
What am I bid now for this very unique item?
Might you be someone to whom I might entrust a message concerning the safety of Sir Henry Baskerville?
I might.
I knew. I've got to talk. I know about this Hound and your family. You're not going to escape the curse. You can't, unless I can talk to you tonight.
Madam, who on earth are you?
I'm Beryl Stapleton. I live on the moor. I'll be expecting you.
Is there any further bid you don't want to make, Glynis?
I wouldn't give you 9 shillings for that bit of rubbish.
Sold for 9 to Glynis.
Can't you stop the auction and save my possessions?
I can't, Sir Henry, unless I find Holmes.
Holmes here? I must have a word with him.
He's here in disguise and nobody must know.
Where is he? Which one is it? I must know.
Sir Henry, all right. I'll find him.
I'm right here behind you, Watson. Shh!
God, Holmes.
Holmes, my favorite traveling coat has been stolen.
First your boot, now your coat. It's a regular pattern.
No, it was a plain cotton.
Tell me, Sir Henry, why did your uncle see fit to have himself painted in such a modernistic style?
That's not Sir Charles.
We come to the last in the series of the Baskervilles.
What is it?
It's an interesting piece of work, painted by the late Sir Charles in the last days of his life. It is, of course, a self-portrait.
What of?
A bowl of geraniums, I'd say.
I'll give you 2 shillings.
Thank you, Dr. Mortimer.
Try for 3.
Do I hear 3? Do I hear 3? Going once. Going twice. 3. I have 3.
4.
5.
6.
7.
8.
9.
I have 9 shillings from the gentleman at the back. Do I hear 10?
Who is that? Derelict.
I thought it was Sir Henry and invited him to dinner tonight.
What?
Sold to the gentleman.
Now see what you made me do. I've missed the bid. Oh, blast. Well, never mind. See that you invite the right man to dinner this time.
I think Beryl's signaling me.
Hello, what's this, man?
Keep your eye on Sir Henry, Watson. I think that woman has designs on him.
Oh, yes, indeed, I'm sure.
We'll see you at 7:30, Sir Henry.
Yes, Miss Stapleton. What shall I wear?
Just be there.
I think she likes me.
I don't know where you bought this, Holmes. I don't know where I'm going to hang it in Baker Street. Oh, nip it!
Exactly. Exactly, Watson. A perfect likeness of the Hound of the Baskervilles, painted by the late Sir Charles and hung upside down by Glynis, who used to work in the hall and, as you know, gets everything backwards.
Exactly. So, that means that Sir Charles actually saw the Hound and painted it before his death.
Yes, I think he did paint it before his death, Watson. I don't think he painted it afterwards.
Exactly. So that means there is actually a huge, horrible Hound out there on the moors.
Precisely.
Well, we can't possibly let Sir Henry go out there and have dinner with Beryl tonight.
On the contrary, you and Sir Henry will dine at Merripit Hall as planned.
No, Holmes, he's back up it.
Calm yourself, Watson. It's only a painting.
I am calm, and
I knew it! I knew it! The Hound is out there, Holmes! I knew it all the time! Wait for me! Oh, what's that?
No! Keep away,
That's my traveling coat. Oh, stolen by Mr. Barrymore's sister, Ethel the Flasher.
Who is in reality none other than Selden, the vicious axe murderer.
Oh, then why was the Hound chasing him?
Because he thought it was Sir Henry, having been given the scent from your boot that was stolen from the hotel. Get back into your coat, Sir Henry.
After what you've told me, I wouldn't be seen dead in that coat.
That remains to be seen.
Holmes, all our suspects under one roof.
I'll stay out here. Not a word about Selden and the Hound.
Wouldn't you come inside with us? I'd feel much safer if you were there.
It's in Watson's hands now.
Oh, isn't he masterful?
Yeah.
Is that the Hound?
Good God.
Sir Henry, we weren't expecting you.
But you invited me.
But we still weren't expecting you. You had no trouble on the moors.
Oh, well, actually...
Far from it, actually, Miss Stapleton.
Oh, yes. No, it was ever so pleasant.
Well, you might as well come in.
Thank you.
Let me take your coat, Sir Henry.
I would like to propose a toast to the late Sir Henry.
Well, I didn't mean to be that late. It's just that when we were crossing the moor...
There's no need to explain, Sir Henry. What is more important is that I have reason to believe that a horrible crime is about to take place here tonight.
Oh, don't tell me you're going to play detective again, Dr. Watson. You're hardly qualified.
Really, Dr. Mortimer? All it takes to be a detective is courage, intelligence, perseverance, and a gun. Oh. And I've got the gun.
And what do you intend to do with it, Dr. Watson?
Oh, or indeed, Miss Stapleton. I expect you're all wondering why I've gathered you here tonight, isn't it?
We invited you, Dr. Watson.
I want you to know that I suspect every one of you, except this little girl here.
You take your filthy paws off my danger, will you? A cutthroat, you owl thing.
Go.
You must be hungry after your long walk. Why don't you, sit down and have something to eat?
Oh, thank you. I am feeling a bit peckish, actually.
It'll pity there's nothing left.
Oh, don't worry about that. I mean, it's so thrilling meeting you all.
No doubt my sister can find you something.
Now, very kind.
Before you arrived, Sir Henry, we were just discussing your uncle's will, which, as you know, is being read tomorrow.
Oh, yes. I'm longing to know what's in it.
Yes, as neighbors, we all share your interest in the disposition of the property.
Certainly, what is going to happen to that bloody fence? Restricts me hunting, don't it?
Come out of there with your hands in the air.
Don't wave that silly thing at me, Shell.
For God's sake, Mother, what are you doing here?
Oh, for God's sake, Mother, what are you doing here, you, my boy? Now then, where's Watty in this volcano? Mr. Terramaltonata told me it's about to erupt.
There is no volcano, Mother.
Why did you lie to me, then? Where is Watty?
He's in there, Mother.
All by himself?
What a dreadful lot of people he's with. That man sitting on his right, he looks like a complete degenerate.
That's my client, Mother.
But what about the rest? Look at them. They're continentals, aren't they? Yes, Jews. I'm going in.
Shh, Mother. You'll ruin everything.
He's not safe in there, Shell. We're here to help you, Shell. Aren't we, Iris?
Yes, Mrs. Holmes.
Don't interrupt, dear. Don't mention death in front of Iris.
I tell you, that fence is coming down whether you like it or not. You'll see.
But I'm sure my uncle had very good reason for putting it up.
Yes. To deprive my chihuahuas of the chance to relieve themselves where they like, on fresh ground in a different place.
Listen to the little darlings. Do you know what he can do to the soul of an animal? Doing the same thing every day in the same place.
As far as I'm concerned, where your little doggies relieve themselves is entirely in your hands.
We on the moors don't take kindly to interference from outsiders. You'll come round, Sir Henry.
I think it needs something. I'm sure Sir Henry will cooperate to the fullest degree.
Well, I don't want to stay here and be told what to do with my own property.
Does Hassan? He'll diable it, he does.
He's got a point there, Sir Henry.
Don't start taking his side, Watty.
You make me sick.
Sir Henry, you're upsetting my patient.
Well, it's not my fault.
You filthy scum.
Sir Henry?
Yes.
I think you had better go.
Coat, Sir Henry.
I'm sure you keep it on, otherwise you might get wet. Shouldn't send a dog out on a night like this.
Yes, well, I'll see you all tomorrow for the reading of the will, and then we'll see what fences are to be taken down and what are staying up. Goodbye, Miss Stapleton. Or should it be au revoir?
Maybe we'll see you out.
Au revoir or goodbye. A simple no would have sufficed.
The Hound! The Hound! The Hound is loose! Escaping Sir Henry's goose! For Sir Henry's going to be eaten! The Hound is after him! My God, is after him! The Hound! The Hound! The Hound is after Sir Henry! Sir Henry is in danger! Sir Henry, run for your life! Your life! Stop, Hound! Stop, or I'll shoot!
Hold your fire, Watson!
The Hound is on Sir Henry!
Trust me and watch.
You let the Hound kill Sir Henry!
That's as maybe, Watson. Let's go down here and wait for the others.
Wait for the others, Holmes! What's the matter with you? We ought to get a doctor for Sir Henry!
You are Dr. Watson. Shh, be quiet, here they come.
What do you mean, be quiet?
He got him.
Oh, look, Dr. Mortimer.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. The naughty Hound has killed Sir Henry. What a sad loss.
On the contrary, Dr. Mortimer, Sir Henry is very much alive and very much in love.
What a nice dog after all.
I think I left the kettle on.
We all appear to have rather pressing engagements.
Good heavens, is that the time?
Looks like it's going to rain.
Holmes, I smell a rat! Look, they're getting away. Shouldn't we follow them?
Don't worry, Watson. We'll soon get to the bottom of this.
What was that?
We're stuck in the swamp.
We've got them cornered! They've fallen into Grimbenmire! Brilliant idea to change that signpost around, Holmes!
Good day, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Holmes, I'm sinking. Help me out and I'll put in a good word for you.
Watson, grab hold of Dr. Mortimer. Stop him sinking.
Done.
Oh! I knew your friends were degenerate, Shell, but I didn't know they went in for this sort of thing. Don't look, Iris. Hermaphrodites.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, I see you've managed to pull one off. Just as I thought. They're all in it together.
Oh, very funny.
Sir Henry, you've arrived just in time for the reading of the will. Watson, if you'd be good enough to find your way into Dr. Mortimer's right-hand trouser pocket, you'll find just what we've been looking for.
Come on, Mortimer, hand it over.
Thank you. In this we find that the true heir to the Baskerville estate is Sir Charles's good and docile dog, the Hound himself.
You mean the Hound was his friend after all?
Exactly. In the event of the Hound's death, the estate would have reverted to Sir Henry. And should Sir Henry have died, gone to his neighbours, these muddy degenerates.
Oh, then why did Dr. Mortimer call in you, detective?
He knew that you had a coronary complaint, a disease traditionally associated with rising damp and alopecia.
Yes, all the Baskervilles have hearty dicks. Dicky hearts, I mean.
His plan was for the Hound to go berserk with delight at the scent of a Baskerville and chase you.
Oh, and of course Sir Henry, fed with the false rumours, would drop down dead of heart failure.
Precisely, and Mortimer planned for us to witness this event and shoot the Hound.
Oh, what a rotten load of robbers I floated into.
The Baskerville Police Patrol will be here momentarily. These people can scarcely sink any lower.
Are you really going to America? This place won't seem the same without you. You've been so kind.
Yes, well, I know, Sir H. But since the demise of my sweet brother, the axe murderer, this place holds too many poignant memories for us.
What are you going to do?
Mrs. Holmes has read our palms.
I must warn you, Mrs. Barrymore, my mother is mad.
What your mother said made sense. She saw chickens in my lifeline.
Chickens?
And fried potatoes in mine.
We are going to carve out a new life in a brave new world.
But what are you going to do with all those chickens? And fried potatoes?
Put them in little cardboard boxes and cover them with a special sauce.
They will send you a postcard from Kentucky.
Oh, don't be soppy, Arthur. Here's your keys.
Oh.
Come, Ada.
Well, goodbye.
Good luck.
Good riddance.
My darling. Yes. Happy. Yes. Yes. Isn't he a lovely dog, Shell? To think of all those people wanting to make Sir Henry scared of him. What a wicked world we live in, my darling.
Oh, yes, yes.
Do stop chattering, Iris. I saw you looking at my breasts.
One thing puzzles me, Holmes. Obviously, the late Sir Charles was not killed by the Hound. So what did kill him?
He was on his way to the outside bathroom. Obviously a fatal attack of acid indigestion. The Barrymore's cooking will be the death of anybody.
I told you not to mention death in front of Iris. I've lost a medium rare in a world where the stakes are high.
Mother, she was not a psychic. I wish you'd give the whole thing up.
If it wasn't for Iris and Mr. Teramasalata, we would never have known about the volcano.
For the last time, Mother, there is no volcano.
Oh.